Capsule. I'm Bijan, and I wasn't going to make a video, especially since WrestleMania is tomorrow. But there are a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about before then. The whole situation with Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab. Okay? Now, with my shorts in the past, I've talked about how I felt and feel about Jade Cargill being the current WWE Women's Champion. There is one thing that I'm just like, we're doing this, WWE? And I haven't talked about this because for me, this is relatively recent. I had to play catch up. But Jade Cargill has employees. Like Michin and B-Fab are her lackeys. I know I can't be the only one sitting there like, what? Why does this seem so familiar? Why is there like a deja vu type situation going on? Why? It was a specific moment on SmackDown when Corey Graves and he said something when referring to Michin and B-Fab. He said something along the lines of, they're baddies. And the moment I heard this man say baddies, I was like, no, they're not.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Jade Cargill has done this before. Not in WWE, obviously, but she's done this before. She did this at AEW. Jade Cargill had baddies in AEW, okay? Not one, but two. She had two baddies. They were very similar to what B-Fab and Michin are doing right now, where they got Jade's back. They're coming in, interfering, they're beating up Jade Cargill's opponent. They're ready to do work, to pick up the pieces, to do the stuff that Jade don't feel like doing or Jade doesn't want to do. Watching those three interact with each other, first and foremost, I was shooketh when Michin and B-Fab even got on Jade Cargill's side, because last time we checked, Jade was terrorizing those girls. She was beating them up. She would have matches against them, especially Michin. Michin had it like she was the most pissed off out of the two, and her and Jade were having beef and potatoes. Time after time, every time they were wrestled, Jade would win. Like, those girls wouldn't get nothing and Jade would continue to be. And then the switcheroo of Michin and B-Fab seeing the light and being like, you know what? We are going to have Jade's back. We tired of getting beat up. We tired of getting our A's whipped. So you know what? Why don't we just be with Jade Cargill? And it's just gonna be better, you know what I'm saying? Baddie, I was like, AEW, WWE is doing this. And it made me think about Red Velvet. It made me think about Kierra Hogan, the baddies, the original baddie, the original lineup with Jade Cargill and AEW. Then later, Layla, I think her name was Layla Gray, wasn't expecting to intermingle AEW and WWE into a video, but I'm here for it. Let's go. Because for those of you who were watching AEW for a while, especially watching it with me in the reviews that I used to do, I remember when Red Velvet, like, she started getting fed up, she started getting wrapped, and she was like done. She was done with Jade's BS. Okay, it was good. I think it was like early 2023, don't quote me on that. And she started hesitating, she started side-eyeing it, the cameras would catch it, it was building, like she wasn't fully backing her up. And then we got this whole feud again between Jade and Red Velvet. But let us remember, they started off beefing. Let's take it back to AEW back in the day, back when I was hooked, back when Vince was in this seat and I was just so over WWE and their shenanigans that I started watching AEW. I remember the waiting room with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Y'all remember that junk? Yo, they slapped the shiznit. Like, well, I think it was Red Velvet slapped Jade, and then Jade slapped Red in the waiting room. And you know, Jade is 1,000 times bigger than Red Velvet. Red Velvet is, she's small, and then Jade is like so big and muscular, so that slap was like you could feel it in your bones. They were going at each other and it felt so personal and it was so good. Like, good times, real cinema. So now I'm watching WWE, right? And I'm seeing B-Fab and Michin standing behind Jade Cargill like they backup dancers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, are we doing this? Are we doing this again? Is this the Supremes? But here's the difference, right? If they're gonna run this storyline back, like for real, then commit. In the beginning, I wasn't even for Michin and B-Fab to join Jade and make this little faction. I wasn't here for it, but I'm like, you guys are doing it, well, make it spicy. I'm putting this out there. I feel like B-Fab and Michin need to turn on Jade Cargill.
What?
Point blank period. Yes, I said it. Y'all can't tell me, like, let's be real here. Y'all can't tell me that y'all don't think that those two women are feeling a certain type of way about a certain type of way. Like, those girls didn't forget that. I can't possibly imagine in real life you would never forget something like that unless you were straight up pissonk. And I don't believe B-Fab or Michin should be that. I feel like they should have some sort of ulterior motive, because eventually somebody's going to get tired of taking orders from Jade. She already been terrorizing them in the past, and then you decide to work with her and work for her and have her back and be her little lackey, her baddie. Be so for real. Michin, out of the two, B-Fab or Michin, I feel like Michin would be the one to pop. I feel like she would be the red velvet of the group. Like, B-Fab, I think about it, but Michin, I feel like it ain't nothing for her to switch and bust Jade Cargill upside the back with a kendo stick. And if WWE really wanted to take it up, they would do that jump at WrestleMania. I know that's crazy. If those two were, even if you just start off with one instead of both of them turning on Jade, even if you had Michin, if you really wanted to develop Michin into the superstar I do believe that she could be, then that would be crazy if Michin was the one to turn on Jade and cost her the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania.
Oh, that's terrible.
You seem kind of psyched.
But I'm just thinking about little stuff that could just make it more spicy, make me actually care about it. Because y'all already know how I feel about Jade Cargill being champion in the first place. They gotta do something else with her, because they need to stretch her. They need to challenge her, because I feel like she feels like she's sitting at a great place. And I don't want to say that she doesn't have potential, but because she does have potential. But I feel like this would be a step in the right direction, because this would really shake things up and not be so dang boring. Because getting betrayed by her team yet again, because remember, she came into WWE, she was face, then she turned heel. She all by herself, she turned heel. It would be very interesting if she got that little humble pie. You know what I'm saying? Do some character building. You know, do something. Maybe she's thinking about why I keep running into these girls, and you know, I'm trying to be the best wrestler, the best superstar I can be. I've worked really hard to get to this place as the WWE Women's Champion, and I got my girls and they turn on me, and this ain't the first time this is happening. I'm tired of this, that, and the third. What's wrong? Like, come on, layers, bro, layers. Like, that's a storyline that I could legit get behind. That's something that I could really start getting interested in what Jade Cargill is doing if they went into some sort of direction like that. Okay, I want to shift gears and I want to talk to y'all about Sami Zayn. And why, might you ask? Because this man is getting booed more and more each week, like he committed an absolute crime. And then he acknowledges it. Sami Zayn acknowledges it multiple times, and he talks about, like, I don't care. I just care about my fans. I don't care about the people who support Sami Zayn. All you other people who are booing me, like, I don't care about y'all. And it's teetering on is there a point where Sami Zayn will turn heel? It's been a while since Sami's been has been heel. And I've said this before on my channel. I hate when WWE has nothing to do with a face, or they feel like a certain face has run its course. They automatically switch them to being a heel, not only to switch it up, but to make the fans care more, because they feel like as a face, the care has ran out with the fans. So I feel like that might be on the horizon for Sami Zayn, like they're setting that up. Like obviously it's booing and booing, he's acknowledging it. He's saying he don't care, but he's not saying he don't care about any of the fans. He's just saying, I don't care about the fans who boo me. I only care about the ones who are ride or die, who have my back. Y'all wanted Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. So that was the moment. And WWE said, nope, we're not doing we're not doing that. Although we've gotten this already, not on the main roster, but we have gotten Melo versus Trick, because there was coup d'etat back in the day. And they turned on each other. But it was Melo and Tricky Trick going against each other in NXT. And I did, like, WWE, they were teasing it, but they're like, we're not gonna do that yet. But I'm like, y'all gonna tease it, but then y'all gonna, it has a reverse effect to piss off the fans and be like, yo, we wanted Trick and Melo. What is you doing? What are you giving us Sami for? Sami wrestles against Melo for the championship and he freaking won. And then the crowd's like, what the hell is even that? Now, Sami Zayn is catching the backlash to this. I heard some people are calling him Sammy Hogan. And I'm like, y'all are so messy, like stop. But then WWE makes it even worse. Like puts alcohol on the open wound and puts him against Trick Willie. And people love Trick Willie, like they love, like, whoa, that Trick, lemon pepper steppers, Trick Williams, Trick it. And that's what makes me think maybe this was on purpose, because it's like you put Sami Zayn against Trick and the crowd loves Trick it. Like you're just asking to get booed.
Boo, you suck!
With Sami Zayn being the United States champion and him walking into a match where he's basically the villain, even though he is not officially turned heel. He's not a heel right now. He's still supporting his fans. He's a villain right now, because I don't know if WWE had that in plan, because there were times where Sami looked shocked that people were bullying him, but then he embraced it. I wonder if WWE had to pivot. I wonder if that was even the plan in the first place. Like I said, if this was the plan all along, okay. If this wasn't the plan, I'm just like, WWE, y'all keep putting people in positions or fans are gonna turn on them. It's crazy. Jade repeating history and then Sami interrupting momentum. WWE has something with both of them. Though both of them I'm not a fan of. Like with these two storylines, with Jade and her goons, Jade and the Baddies, and Sami, Carmelo Hayes in the back, and Tricky, like you got something here. Guys, let me know, am I wrong for wanting Jade Cargill to get portrayed? Because think about this, this would be the second time, actually this will be, if you really think about it, this one has been betrayed multiple times, and I'm combining AEW and WWE together right now. Like, get this, you have AEW, you have the original Baddies with Kierra Hogan and Red Velvet, right? The original, the OG Baddies. And you see how that happened with Red Velvet. Fast forward to WWE, then you have Jade again, and she's in the big three with Bianca Belair and Naomi. And who portrays her? Naomi. And then Jade side-eyeing Bianca because she thinks she's in on it. So there's a lot of distrust there. Fast forward again, now you got the Baddies Part 2 where you have B-Fab and Michin. I feel like history could repeat itself. And for Sami, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Sami is the problem? Do you think that he's become boring? Do you think he's become stagnant? Do you think this whole underdog persona is old and tired? Because for me, kind of is, and I hate to think that, oh, he has to turn heel in order for him to be spicy, to be fresh, to be new, to be something interesting. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Like I told you guys before, I'm going to be having tons of content coming to you guys for WrestleMania weekend, the good, the bad, and the what the F. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Signing off. Bye.